الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وصحبه أجمعين. Alhamdulillah. So that's the technical issues we're having with the mic at the moment. It's going in and out. Alhamdulillah. So first and foremost, we'd like to give you all a warm welcome to our 2018-19 Hifz graduation. Alhamdulillah. So start off inshallah with Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, the boys, they're always in good spirit. And the men, alhamdulillah, they also are in good spirit. Inshallah. So we are going to be starting with the Quran recitation from Fazil Muhammad. Wow.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. خلق الإنسان من علق. اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم. علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى. إن إلى ربك الرجعى. أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى. صدق الله العظيم.
Takbir. Takbir. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. He looks like some of the sheikhs from Saudi, and he reads like that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect him. Alhamdulillah. So again, let's have a collective takbir for him. Takbir. Thank you very much. Next, inshallah, we have one of the girls from our Hifz school, inshallah. She's going to be doing a translation. Her name is Aisha Haq.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, read the Quran in the name of your Creator who has created everything. He has created man from a clot of blood or something that clings, a leech-like substance. Read the Quran and your Creator is the most knowledgeable. He grants what He likes. For example, He taught the writing by the pen. He taught man by means that which he did not know. About 5 verses were the first revelations to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the case of
Takbir. Jazakallah khairan, Aisha, the younger sister of Amina Haq. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, another one of our graduates. Not yet, okay, she's getting there. And some of our big boys are coming in, so let's give them a round of applause and a takbir. Takbir! Come on, there's not enough energy in the room. There you go, there's some round of applause, that's nice. These are our previous graduates. Alhamdulillah, today we also mark the 10th anniversary of our Hifz Hifz program, Alhamdulillah, IAGD. It did start 3 decades ago, but now the official program has been running for 10 years, Alhamdulillah. So that's a big, massive congratulations to the Hifz director, our Kamal Bhai and Mufti Rabbani, and all the other teachers, including the current teachers, Maulana Imad, Maulana Yusuf, Maulana Sajid al-Rahman, and Maulana Afzal. Alhamdulillah, I'm going to go quickly through the program we've got, and we like to make it short. So inshallah, that's how it's going to be. So first and foremost, we've already started with the Quran recitation. Secondly, we're going to be distributing the trophies for the current Hifz students. And then we're going to be recognizing the recertification of 4 students that graduated before, that have inshallah recertified as alhamdulillah the Hifz students here. Alhamdulillah. And then we're going to be recognizing our new graduates. And finally, we're going to have our cream of IAGD. Although he lives close to the Tawheed Center, but we still have a cream. Our Dr. Sheikh Hafiz Ashar, inshallah, is going to be concluding the ceremony with, inshallah, a reminder and also a dua, inshallah. So, like we said, we're going to be calling forward, what's her name? Samiha, inshallah. She's also one of our graduates from our IAGD Hifz school. And we also like to call forward Qudira Mani, inshallah, to present the trophies to the current students from the sisters. First and foremost, first we have Iman, and unfortunately I can't pronounce the last name. Forgive me. What's the last name? She's nodding her head as well. So it's not only me. So what's Iman's last name? Chuktai. There you go. See? How do I pronounce that? Not bad, is it? Jotai. And secondly, from the girls we have Zoya Siddiqui. Very nice. And we have Sidra Khaja. Nuha Sharif. And Sana Ahsan. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, we have our 5 girls in the Hifz school. Sana Ahsan. So, alhamdulillah, forgive me again in advance. I know I always do this. I butcher up the names and I'm proud of it. Anyways, alhamdulillah. Now, inshallah, we move forward to our boys currently in our Hifz program, inshallah. We have, and before I call out the names, thank you very much, Samiha, for your hard work. We'd like to call forward Mufti Saab's son, Hafiz Huzaifa Rabbani, to come forward, inshallah, and assist with giving the trophies, inshallah. And just recently, our Huzaifa Bhai was admitted, got admission into the University of Michigan. So, alhamdulillah, so let's have a takbir for him. Takbir! 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 Alhamdulillah, we're proud of him. And you have Mr. Wani coming in as well from the back. May Allah bless you all. Alhamdulillah. So, okay, now we've got the current students. First, for the trophy presentation, is Hassan Mirza Beg. Afan Imam. Afan. Asher Muhyiddin. Ahsan Rashid. Arif Muhammad Ansari. Asher M. Abdul. Ahmed Mansoor. Wajih Muhammad. Uzair Diwan. Uzair Diwan is not his love. And we have Umair Siddiq. His cousins are here, his uncles here from Chicago, his Nanya here from Hyderabad, and we have somebody who was asleep. He's woken up. Alhamdulillah. Ahmed Minad. Ayyan Siddiqui. Amir Fazal. Ibrahim Siddiqui. And last but not least, and last but not least, we have Zakaria Mia. Try something. Stay here. Bismillah. It's work. Now. So now we've got the 5-year recertification of the Hifz. First and foremost, inshallah, we'd like to call forward again Samiha. So she is going to be representing on behalf of Aisha Siddiqui for her 5th year recertification. With the box. Don't forget the box. And also 4 boys have done a recertification, and they are Ahmed, Asher, Asher? Thank you. I'm sorry about that. Asher Ahmed. Congratulations, he's also one of our students at Miftah Institute in Warren. So inshallah, look, Miftah Institute, and we have a few other students as well. Hifz graduates from here. He made it. What's his name? Afan made it. From all the way from Pakistan. Yes. Takbir. Takbir. MashaAllah. And last but not least, there's two more individuals that have done their recertification, and they are none other than Sohaib Omisobi. We'd like to call them Omisobi. Arif Ali Khan and Sohaib Ali Khan. Okay. I'm fearful of letting go of the mic because it might not work again. But anyways, alhamdulillah, both the boys, the twins, they're in their freshman year at Wayne State, so may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy for them. And we're coming to the last leg of our graduation, inshallah. So, we're going to call forward, inshallah, our current Hifz students that are going to be graduating, inshallah, today to read half a page of the Quran each, inshallah. And then we'll be presenting them with the certifications and also the plaques, inshallah. So first and foremost, our 2018-2019 Hifz graduate Arif Muhammad Ansari.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله نور السماوات والأرض مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح. المصباح في زجاجة. الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نار نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم. في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع ويذكر فيها اسمه يسبح له فيها بالغدو والآصال رجال لا تلهيهم تجارة ولا بيع عن ذكر الله وإقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة يخافون يوما تتقلب فيه القلوب والأبصار ليجزيهم الله أحسن ما عملوا ويزيدهم من فضله والله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب. صدق الله العظيم.
Takbir. 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 Jazakallah khairan. Arif Muhammad Ansari, his Nana and Nani are here from India, from California, sorry. Thank you for the correction. Thank you very much for coming all the way from California, sacrificing the sun for this beautiful weather here. And Arif is the younger brother of, what's your brother's name? Of Adil Muhammad Ansari. So this is Hafiz also. Hafiz Adil Muhammad Ansari. And this is the blessing of our IAGD Hifz school. That from the same family, we don't have just one, but multiple Huffaz. Alhamdulillah, this is again a dedication, hard work of all the Hifz teachers, the director, and the parents as well. Definitely a lot of effort and gratitude has to be given to the parents. Secondly, we have Hassan Mirza Muhammad Beg. He's going to be reciting the last portion for us, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فكلا أخذنا بذنبه فمنهم من أرسلنا عليه حاصبا ومنهم من أخذته الصيحة ومنهم من خسفنا به الأرض ومنهم من أغرقنا وما كان الله ليظلمهم ولكن كانوا أنفسهم يظلمون مثل الذين اتخذوا من دون الله أولياء كمثل العنكبوت اتخذت بيتا وإن أوهن البيوت لبيت العنكبوت لو كانوا يعلمون إن الله يعلم ما يدعون من دونه من شيء وهو العزيز الحكيم وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس ما يعقلها إلا العالمون خلق الله السماوات والأرض بالحق إن في ذلك لآية للمؤمنين صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah khairan, Hafiz Hassan. Next, we have Hafiz to be, inshallah, Zakaria Mia, who is also okay, what are we going to do by order? Forgive me. Next we have Waji Muhammad Yasin.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقطعناهم 12 أسباطا أمما وأوحينا إلى موسى إذ استسقاه قومه ونضرب بعصاك الحجر فانبجست منه 12 عينا قد علم كل أناس مشربهم وظللنا عليهم الغمام وأنزلنا عليهم المن والسلوى كلوا من طيبات ما رزقناكم وما ظلمونا ولكن كانوا أنفسهم يظلمون وإذ قيل لهم اسكنوا هذه القرية وكلوا منها حيث شئتم وقولوا حتى وادخلوا الباب سجدا نغفر لكم خطيئاتكم سنزيد المحسنين.
Takbir, Takbir, Takbir. And that's inshallah our Hafiz Wajih Muhammad Yasin, the beautiful recitation of the Quran. Next inshallah, I did call him forward and I call him for a second time. Inshallah, we have Zakaria Mia. He's going to be reciting half a page of the Quran, and he is also the son of our main man, our teacher who does so much for this IAGD Hifz school. Not only during the Hifz program, but also looking after the students during Ramadan as well. Sacrificing his Taraweeh to be upstairs to coordinate and listen to the students, the current students, and does a beautiful job. And this is a really, really blessed time for us all, that his son, Zakaria, his eldest son, is graduating from our IAGD Hifz program. Alhamdulillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وسيق الذين كفروا إلى جهنم زمرا حتى إذا جاءوها فتحت أبوابها وقال لهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم رسل منكم يتلون عليكم آيات ربكم وينذرونكم لقاء يومكم هذا؟ قالوا بلى ولكن حقت كلمة العذاب على الكافرين. قيل ادخلوا أبواب جهنم خالدين فيها فبئس مثوى المتكبرين. وسيق الذين اتقوا ربهم إلى الجنة زمرا حتى إذا جاءوها وفتحت أبوابها وقال لهم خزنتها سلام عليكم طبتم فادخلوها خالدين. وقالوا الحمد لله الذي صدقنا وعده وأورثنا الأرض نتبوأ من الجنة حيث نشاء فنعم أجر العاملين. وترى الملائكة حافين من حول العرش يسبحون بحمد ربهم وقضي بينهم بالحق وقيل الحمد لله رب العالمين. صدق الله العظيم.
Takbir. 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 Now we come to the two girls that graduated from our IAGD Hifz school. And this year we have Zoya Siddiqui.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وجاء المعذرون من الأعراب ليؤذن لهم وقعد الذين كذبوا الله ورسوله سيصيب الذين كفروا منهم عذاب أليم. ليس على الضعفاء ولا على المرضى ولا على الذين لا يجدون ما ينفقون حرج إذا نصحوا لله ورسوله ما على المحسنين من سبيل والله غفور رحيم. ولا على الذين إذا ما أتوك لتحملهم قلت لا أجد ما أحملكم عليه تولوا وأعينهم تفيض من الدمع حزنا ألا يجدوا ما ينفقون. إنما السبيل على الذين يستأذنونك وهم أغنياء رضوا بأن يكونوا مع الخوالف وطبع الله على قلوبهم فهم لا يعلمون. صدق الله العظيم.
Takbir. The mic's got something against me. Anyways, Alhamdulillah. And last but not least, we have our Hifz director's eldest daughter, Zainab Siddiqui, who also, Alhamdulillah, finished the Alhamdulillah, the Hifz of the Quran. She's, I think, in her first year of college. So, third year of college. And Alhamdulillah, with her hard work and dedication, she has just completed the Hifz. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless her and her family. So we have a takbir for her. Takbir. And lastly, inshallah, we're going to have our Dastar Bandi and also the presentation of the plaques and certification, inshallah. So Maulana Imad, Maulana Sajid, and Sheikhna Fadl. So we're going to have the star of all the 4 boys together, it looks like, eh? That's good. Do all 4 of them together. And forgive us, Zoya, you can't have the star. So we have Arif, firstly, inshallah, Arif to come for his dastar. Next, we have Hassan. Next, we have Wajid. And last but not least, from the boys, we have Zakaria, Mia. Takbir for all the Hufaz, the previous graduates, they're all sitting over here. One of our first graduates who's with us here, inshallah, is going to give us a reminder, alhamdulillah. And our current graduates, and Zoya and Zainab, again a reminder that we've seen a couple of students that, due to some circumstances, had to leave the IAGD Hifz program, but they continued their Hifz. Alhamdulillah, we have a couple of students that, alhamdulillah, completed their Hifz even outside of IAGD. So that was a small seed that IAGD put into their hearts, and it blossomed, and they, alhamdulillah, graduated. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all that tawfiq to keep on memorizing the Quran, inshallah. And last but not least, Zoya. Forgive us, there's no dastar for you. Oh, there is? There is? Wonderful. Takbir. Come on, this should be the largest takbir of the evening. Come on. Takbir. Wonderful. Another one. Takbir. Alhamdulillah. And with that, inshallah, our Dr. Sheikh Hafiz Ashar Ali, inshallah, is going to be concluding our Hifz ceremony, inshallah, with a reminder and the dua. Jazakallah khairan for everyone for coming. Thank you. And forgive me, first and foremost, for my shortcomings, for my accent, and for my mispronunciations of the names. Forgive me. And again, a big congratulations to all the families, all the current students, inshallah, and everyone that's come here for this joyous occasion. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all, and thank you very much. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you.
Thank you.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I think we're good to go. First of all, jazakumullah khairan for having me come and share a few words. It's obviously humbling to return to this sort of an occasion. I think Mufti Sahib probably remembers, and actually many people in the community, it was actually 25 years ago to the month, actually, that we had our first, graduation. 25 years ago, and alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is allowing this to sort of continue now. And many of you were there that day. And whenever there's any graduation, it really makes you think about the accomplishment itself and what the reality is of that accomplishment. When I'm thinking back several years to the day that I had graduated from medical school, and what was interesting was that we spent years and years and years trying to get to this phase in our life where we would be given or granted a medical degree, right? And aspiring for this for years. And it wasn't until that day that it dawned upon myself and all of my classmates that this actually wasn't the end. Or otherwise said, the degree itself isn't actually the goal. It's simply a means. The degree itself isn't actually the goal, it's simply a means. Meaning, getting a medical degree in and of itself is not actually a goal that a person has in life. It's a means that a person uses. They use that degree in order to serve humanity for the rest of their life. It's a tool that's been given to them by the greater community that now certifies them and says that now you begin doing the work of medicine, which essentially is the work of helping people. And it finally dawned upon me and all my classmates that day because of something someone had said on the mic. Because up until that point we had been thinking that the goal was to get this degree, and only that day did we realize that this wasn't actually the goal, this is simply a means to the goal. Now, you translate that into this gathering, where we have young students and families and parents of these students that have sacrificed so much, waiting for this day to come where the turban would be tied around their head, signifying that they had now completed the memorization of Quran. But it's at these gatherings that we should remind ourselves, our children, our families, and anyone that's completed the Quran that, look, this is actually not the goal, this is a means. The memorization of the Quran in and of itself is not a goal, it's the means. If it was the goal, then along with tying the turban around your head or putting the hijab on your head, we would also give you a certificate that says, look, you've been granted Jannah as well. That would mean that we had also accomplished the goal today. So what is the goal? Right? If this is a means to the goal, then what is the goal? The goal is the same for everyone, whether they're a hafiz of the Quran or not a hafiz of the Quran. And that is that I want to be able to stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment with Him pleased with me. That's the goal. And everything in that process then becomes the means. So now when a student takes on this major endeavor of memorizing the Quran, Quran, and the parents invest their time and effort and money, and they sacrifice trips and vacations and time together as a family for this purpose, it's only to realize and appreciate that, look, this was actually a means for this person to eventually get to that goal of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is often a misconception that I'd like to clarify. And it's because we've seen over the years so many people graduate from Quran programs across the country. Hundreds, thousands of people every year in the United States complete the memorization of the Quran. It happens every single year. But only a small minority of these graduates will actually use this as a tool and use this as a means and use this as something that's going to support them on the Day of Judgment before Allah. And I can say without doubt that a subset of graduates also end up leaving the fold of Islam altogether. Right? A subset of graduates leave Deen altogether. Meaning that this is a tool for us. And now that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this gift to these graduates today, it should make us think, okay, so what's now the next step? What's now the next step? You know, when you get your medical degree, the next step isn't that you're done. You can go and retire. Then you spend 4 or 5 years of additional training. Once you've completed your residency and then you've completed your fellowship, which for the Hafid is about 3 or 4 years after memorizing Quran, where they do this intense revision and then they try to recertify. That's essentially the equivalent of a residency or a fellowship in medicine. Then after that, you're not done. Then you spend the next 4 or 5 years and you're continuing to learn how to practice medicine. Same with the Hafid. They're still practicing the mastery of the Quran. And then they spend the rest of their life, or they're expected to spend the rest of their life now serving this deen and taking the responsibility and this weight on their own shoulders and taking it from their teachers. And taking this responsibility from their teachers and putting it onto their own shoulders. That's really what we're celebrating today. That's what we're celebrating today. Now, our hope is that as the student of Quran memorizes the Quran, they now use this. They now use this as a way to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from now until the day they die. So that on the Day of Judgment they can stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and have something to share. This isn't the goal, this is a means for all of us. And the main way by which we can make use of this tool, many of you might say that, okay, well, now I've been given this tool of the Quran and this is now a means. The main way, or the main way by which I can actually maintain myself in my deen over the course of the next several years and for the rest of my life, really the answer lies in staying connected to your teachers. If there's one advice I can give the people in the audience today, and in particular the students of Quran today, if there's one advice I could give, that advice would be that you stay connected to your teachers. Because you don't know when you're going to need them. You don't know when you're going to need them. This applies to anything in life. This doesn't just apply to Quran. You know, even to this day, I reach out every 3 or 6 months to the mentors from my residency. And I reach out to them and I just check in and let them know, hey, this is how I'm doing. Do you have any advice for me? Anytime anyone's empowered you with some form of knowledge or something that's beneficial to you, it is incumbent upon you to maintain a relationship with them as well. You know, the Hufaz that over the years begin to slip in their Quran and begin to slip in their deen, 99% of the time it's because they didn't connect with their teachers. And I'll say this from my own experience, because all of you know me, you know my background. Personally, and all of you know that Mufti Sahib Mufti Rabbani was my teacher for Quran. But I can say this truthfully, that the best thing that he had given me, the best thing that he has given me over the years is actually not the Quran. It's actually not the hifz of the Quran. The most important thing that he's given me today is fikr for deen. And a concern to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and then to serve the community around me. You might think that how is that possible? All those years of Quran and Quran and Quran. But again, Quran is a means, it's not the goal. There's far more than just memorizing the Quran. It's now doing more beyond that. And if we stay connected with our teachers, then they can begin to show you what more there is to this deen than memorizing the Quran. They can show you that there's this concern for the ummah. They can show you that there's something called serving the community. There's this thing that they teach you. There's something called purifying yourself so the people around you can benefit. And that's what I gained from my teachers. That's what I gained from my experience with memorizing the Quran. It's not the Quran itself. Although it's a gift, the greatest gift, it wasn't the Quran, and it wasn't memorization, it wasn't the title of Hafiz. The greatest appreciation that I have is the fikr that he has placed in my heart for deen. And that's invaluable. That's invaluable. You can't get that from a Quran school. You can't get that from a community. You can only get that from a concerned teacher. And we have that opportunity. And the students today have that opportunity. You know, it's possible that maybe you'll struggle 5 or 6 years down in your life. But remember that you have been given these 2 or 3 or 4 years with your teacher, that you spent time with them, you learned with them, you've developed a relationship with them, and you will never forget that memory. So when things don't go your way in life, or things are taking the wrong turn, know exactly where you should come back to. Know the people that you should refer yourself to, and know the people that you should maintain a connection with, because I promise you, 30 years from now, you won't necessarily memorize your experience of Quran. Or you may not even remember the details of this graduation. And it's possible you may not even remember the basics of deen. But if you remain connected to your teachers of Quran, it will be invaluable for you now and on the day of judgment when you stand before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's the one thing that you cannot take away. Or that's the one thing that you have to maintain in your life. Is to maintain a strong and deep connection with your teachers. And let their fikr for deen that's in their hearts come into your hearts as well. And I emphasize, you know, maintaining connection with your teachers in general. And this applies now not just to the Hufaz, but anyone in general. If anyone's ever provided you with benefit, be it a professor at school or be it you know, an imam in your community, that you always thank them and you appreciate them. But they're only, or let's say some other secular study, but that effect lasts only within those areas of studies. But when you have a teacher that can guide you in life, that's worth $1 million. That's worth more than $1 million. You can't put a price on that. And the beauty for the Hufaz and the students that have studied Quran is that whether they know it or not, they've spent time in the company of their teachers now for 2 or 3 years. And there is a connection. Hold on to it, refer back to it, and maintain it for the years to come. That's my advice. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you and I the tawfiq to appreciate the importance of the Quran, appreciate the importance of maintaining our relationship with our teachers of Quran, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this graduation and the efforts of all the parents and all the teachers that were involved. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us for all of our mistakes. Inshallah, we'll make a short dua. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما يا رحمن يا رحيم يا Allah, you are so merciful Ya Allah, and in this special day Ya Allah, in this special place Ya Allah, in the company of such special people Ya Allah, and through the barakah of your Quran, Ya Allah, we ask from you, Ya Allah, that you accept this gathering from us today, Ya Allah. We ask that you forgive our mistakes, Ya Allah, forgive our sins, Ya Allah, and accept the efforts of our teachers, Ya Allah, and accept the efforts and the sacrifices of the parents that were in this gathering, that are in this gathering today, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, through the barakah of the Quran, Ya Allah, through the barakah of this gathering and the people that have collected for this gathering, Ya Allah, we ask that you, Ya Allah, allow the angels to witness this gathering, Ya Allah, and we ask you, Ya Allah, for the angels, Ya Allah, to represent us on the day of judgment, Ya Allah, because of this gathering, Ya Rahman. Ya Allah, we ask that you illuminate these young hearts with the beauty and the nur of the Quran, Ya Allah. Ya Allah, we ask that you illuminate these young hearts, Ya Allah, with the beauty of the Quran, Ya Allah. وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه. الله أكبر الله أكبر.
Could Samiha come forward again, please? And Mufti Sahib is going to give the hijab for Zainab. So, thank you very much. And last but not least, so much energy on the lady side, man. Takbir. This is a takbir for our Dr. Sheikhna, Habibna, our beloved brother Ashar. Thank you very, very much. So we'll be presenting the plaques and also the certificates for our, that means she's got the hijab. Alright, we're going to inshallah present the plaques and the certificates and also the Qur'ans and also the target gift card, and we have 5 minutes. Okay, first and foremost, Ali. Takbir. Next, we have Hassan. Next is Wajid. Zakaria. Zoya. And again, Samiha, you have to come forward again on behalf of Zainab, inshallah. Takbir. Well, that's not strong enough. Come on, boys and girls. Takbir. Alhamdulillah. So we are done, and we have Mufti Saab to conclude the ceremony, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. I don't have to speak anything because you hear me every year, right? Probably bored by now. And you know what I'm going to say, right? But before we conclude, I just like to recognize, and it was very old, we call it qaz. You understand Urdu? Qaz means debt, right? Inshallah. And inshallah we call on the stage Mawlana Imad, Mawlana Sadi Sahab, Mawlana Yusuf Sahab, please. If Muazzal is here, is Muazzal here? No? Okay. And I'm calling them because, like we have to pay debt today. These are our teachers, mashallah. Let's sit down, please. These are the teachers, mashallah, like day and night, they deal with the children. And mashallah, you deal them on an individual basis when they get home, right? Just imagine the pressure collectively they have. And you have maybe for a couple hours, mashallah, they have this pressure the whole day. Right? Mashallah, I think if parent can relate this, no one can. May Allah reward them, may Allah give them, inshallah, barakah in their life. And why I call them is basically the whole debt that we have to pay with Sadar Bhai. We have to say very sorry, we know it took very long. Today we have to give our certificate to Dr. Ashar. Please come forward and receive your graduation certificate. We have second dastar, you know, like we have to have Pugni and Pugni. Please. He was the very first graduate of this program. 1994. He graduated in 1994. Many of our young students were not even born. Jazakumullah. Thank you very much. Now we can call him officially IAGD program graduate.
25 years recertification.
Yeah, that was 25 years recertification. Good. Alhamdulillah. And special thanks goes to those, you know, like individuals, mashallah, they sponsored this program because like we have already mentioned you over and over. Like not only this program, around the country, you know, like you see this type of program, they go in debt. And there are some individuals, mashallah, they stand up and they sponsor, they take responsibility. May Allah bless them, may Allah reward them, may Allah give them the barakah in this life, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive all their sins, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make everything easy for them in this life and the hereafter. And I see some of the faces are here, not many of them, but you know, like, come on, do you have to say anything? Jay? Yeah, we have 2 minutes morning, you know, like Monday night football? 2 minutes, I'm sorry. Today is Monday? So inshallah, and we also request each and every one of you to make dua for them, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them. And we conclude our program. Remember us in your duas, inshallah, and please forgive us for any shortcomings. Jazakumullah khair. Inshallah, food will be right after Isha. And Isha will be, I don't know, if I have to leave, it will be short. So,